last day of half guard to go over. Everybody sucked yesterday. Maybe I shouldn't say that. You and I sucked.
We did. Yeah.
Um, so that'll be fun to watch. So let's get into it. Nick and Daniel starting us off. Me and Alex running to the side. Stand out of the way of the big boys. Got a little over-under action here. Looks like Nick opting not to go in for his underhook.
What's up, Andrew? What's up, James?
What's up, gentlemen?
Espionage. Hell yeah.
Good to see you, bud. Daniel with the knee pick. Getting that underhook way up high, driving through. Just a little hand on the outside of the leg. Yeah, you may have been the only one who had a good day.
Yeah. Didn't have a good day against me, Cole.
Yeah. Loser. What do I do with Alex there? I'm looking for that elbow whip, elbow drop, and then just do a little outside trip, but he's quick to get up. Making me waste energy. Steven on the mats with Luke.
What's up, Nick?
Nick getting smashed right now.
Did you say Cole and David?
Oh yeah, Cole and David over there. Steven, I don't know which shin is hurting on Luke today, but I wonder if
I think it was that one.
Yeah, his incessant leg attacking had anything to do with it. I got a little.
I think Steven said that he kicked him in the face. He need Luke right in the face.
Nice, very nice. Yeah. Standing guillotine on Alex here, just above my head. Really, I felt like if I had really sunk my hips in a little more, he was gonna tap. But I was kind of across the throat, and I didn't want to be a jerk about it, so just use it for a takedown. Alex, if you catch this, I mean, this is gonna be tough if you're like late stage, but I want you. Where's my arrow? I want you reaching. You know, it looks like you're hand fighting right now, but I need you reaching up over a shoulder, getting your hand on my back, and trying to like break me down to a side, and then turning this into your own takedown. You would do that with, in this case, your right arm, since I have that your left arm in. But yeah, no need to get hit with a standing guillotine. Nick trying to get out there, but Daniel.
Espionage. We run 2-week sprints, position focused. So yeah, the position focused time frames, like you said, we don't like run a specific curriculum or like certain things. We often like we'll go over certain techniques and try to be fairly repetitive with it over that course, right? Kind of like rehashing, but then throwing in some new stuff as well, so that it doesn't get too boring.
Yeah, and then like so we get through it every 3.5 months, and then like you could go through it again on the second, your second go through. We may not touch the same techniques, so it's try to throw in everything from escapes to sweeps to submissions relevant to those positions. Also, takedowns that end up in those positions are normally what we try to shoot for, but there's. Mm-hmm. Not always the case. Just depends on what's been going on in class, or if I've been hitting stuff lately, I like to go over it. Maybe I'll go over this lat drop one day. A little sloppy looking, but it's always cool when like Greco guys do it because they just send a guy flying.
Yeah, no kidding. They get like that hip lift.
Right. Which
yeah.
I thought about doing. I was like, I wonder if I could try to do that. Then I'm like, wait, I'm shorter. Like, let me just get him stepping. I don't know if it's easy to see. I'm trying to trip that far leg. But yeah, that's all just from double overs. Cole, I think this is one you like to do.
Yeah.
I know Caleb likes to do it.
Ronnie does it too.
Ronnie does it really well. Nick, I thought Nick was about to get the sweep, but Daniel's just digging his head underneath for this Katagatame from bottom position too.
We do both bottom and top half guard, for example, within the same cycle.
Yeah.
So we'll do it from both perspectives. And then there's obviously like the blurry lines too when we do open guard passing. You know, there's a little bit of overlap in the passing strategies that we'll use from half guard, for example. And then we'll kind of like rehash a little bit when we go into side control, for example, because that's the logical next step.
Or side control and north south will get blended together. We don't treat north south as its own like special 2-week position.
Right.
Daniel digging out this Katagatame and gets it. Nick trying to turn up at the last minute. Savage.
Coop's Ashigarami there, that single leg X that he has, it's getting tighter and tighter. Every time I get in this position, it's harder to peel away that outside foot.
Good.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, happy to tell you, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know a lot of schools. I mean, like for every school, there's almost a unique approach. Like I've been to a number of different schools that seems like everybody does it a little bit differently. I like the kind of somewhat predictable predictable framework, but the flexibility and like the specific stuff we go over keeps it interesting, makes things somewhat predictable because you're gonna you're gonna do legs next week, or you're gonna do close guard or whatever. But then there's always something to add on, especially if we're like watching film and pulling stuff that we see the pros doing. It makes it fun when we get to like mount, and then all of a sudden everybody's smothering everybody for a while, when that kind of blew up. Good entrance from Luke here. Oh, on the quick knee bar. Cole had a good day. So Luke doing a good job getting Cole off balance by rolling backwards here. And then quick angle cut off this shoulder, or I don't even know if it was a shoulder post, but he gets out 90 degrees. He's able to lock up that leg. Cole's going to have a hard time coming back from that one. I think he triangled Danny here. I want to see that.
Let's take a look. Yeah.
Cole working to the front headlock, to the go behind. What did Luke do here? So he's just, I think he gets, I'm trying to see how his legs are positioned. I think Cole's inside the right arm and the right leg. So I think Luke is able to trip him with his right leg and this real strong back elbow and turn. Like he's going to sit through here and then shoot the elbow back. Basically doing a sit out, but from kind of a unique position from when you typically see the sit out. And now ending up past the guard. That was a nice sweep. Ooh, right up to kind of a seated north-south position. Very, very Mercury retrograde. David and Steven. Damn, Andrew.
I mean, if you guys are seeing good response from the team, right? Like your students and stuff, then I think it depends on how everybody likes to learn too, I mean, it's not I don't think it's a one size fits all type of approach.
This is like that I think I've heard it called like shoulder senkaku or whatever, that Andrew's hitting, where he's not on like a front triangle, he's like 45 degrees off or maybe even 90 degrees off.
It's almost exactly what we went over in class.
Yeah.
But he goes,
like Danny's looking across the hips right now, so it's not quite a rear triangle and not quite a front triangle, And Andrew gets a quick tap on it. That must have been tight real fast, man.
I
Very
mean, I can
nice.
attest his triangles come on quick.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like getting caught in those. Nick making it very difficult for me to establish a rear mount. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree with what you were saying, Mike. It's like if the squad digs it, then it doesn't matter. There's no right way to do it. One thing it definitely helps with at our school is like, Luke and then Coach Mike on Tuesday. They teach their classes. Mike and I will join. We'll cover classes. It make when we know what we're supposed to go over, like it makes that sort of interchangeability of like coaching and stuff a little bit easier. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what to look at right now. Have we missed anything? People?
I don't think so.
Chat? This is your round with Daniel.
Yeah. Yeah, this sucked.
Big over underpass there.
Yeah, I was doing I concede the pass here. Like he takes the pass. It's really tough for me to get my hips out at all when he does this. He uses his right shoulder to pin my chest, and he's able to like actually keep my right shoulder on the mat. Yeah. And that's what pins me. And so from there, he just circles around.
Real before we go forward, I just want to make a notice because I don't know if I've ever considered this myself, but like this hip frame is going to stop him from rotating, or it's going to impede his rotation. So watch what he does. Like as soon as he knows he's gotten the pass, he drives across the body instead. So now he's not even like pushing into your frame. He's pushing across the body to like finish the technique. And then now that lets him like blade his hips in and get under that frame.
Yep.
That was a real subtle technique detail that I don't know if I've considered that before.
I haven't really either. I feel it. Like I know exactly when he does that. Dude, that's what I was looking for. I really I legit wanted to try to turtle up and have him attempt to take my back, but then I saw that octopus guard type sit out and I just went for it.
That was really sick, man. And like even Daniel was like, "Damn it."
Yep, he did. He buried his head and shook it.
James happy with that calamari escape. The pulpo. You also get a variety of flavors from the same dish. Multiple coaches following set. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, he was wrestling up. I was doing everything I could to try and keep him down. He gets that underhook on me, and I was like, well, I guess I'm standing back up because otherwise he was going to dump me.
Yeah.
Right there. I was trying to block the arm like we yell at everybody to do, but it just didn't happen.
Nick was really chasing me down there a second ago, trying to get the takedown. And then he ends up hitting like this either quarter Nelson or like cow catcher cement mixer thingy. I always forget what the wrestlers call that. How did Danny get on top? Andrew, you triangle him and then just show him mercy?
It's like, well, I got what I want.
Yeah.
Now let's play from the bottom.
Yeah, he's like, I only have to survive for 50 seconds, so.
Yep.
Cole making some quick moves to the back, just about, but gets blocked by Luke all the way over there under the camera or the TV. Nice work on that, on not shutting down the wizard, but like kind of taken the power of the wizard away by rotating.
Oh, dude, yeah, yeah. It
Look at
was
that.
tough.
Good foot sweep attempt by Daniel.
I,
Damn,
I sidestepped it.
that sucks too, because like I feel like you're in a great spot here. Like you send that up, and
I,
like a pull down on the his right shoulder and a big reach under his left shoulder, and like you should be able to get him turning. But
yep, you
but
would think that
his
on
base
anyone
is
else.
his base is wide, and I mean, being a bigger guy too, like you're gonna have to move him. I think he's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna just whizzer the hell out of you, but you run through it.
Did you see how high I had to put my arm in order like so I couldn't even grab his far trap because just like Nick said, his whizzer is ridiculously
Yeah.
hard. And so I had to actually bring it up almost to the same side shoulder in order for me to not feel any shoulder pain.
I'm just trying to not get hurt here.
Yeah.
Steven, meanwhile, guillotine attempt from a top half guard, using that seemingly to get the pass, but really stays on for the finish from Mount. That was nice, man.
Dude, when he comes in to train, and it's been so long since he goes so far between training sessions and stuff. I forget that he jumps on the head as much as he does, and it sucks so bad.
Yeah, yeah, that and the legs, man.
It's
your neck or your ankles.
Yeah.
He should be in the chat tonight. Where the hell is he? He been eating. He been. Luke's like, I'm not standing right now.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew hits a really good just momentum type thing. I think I try for a double and then he turns it into a mount. So it was a real big mess up for me, but it was actually just a really good way for him to capitalize on that takedown defense. We'll see if I can point that out.
Yeah, I want to see it. Oh, well, there's your double.
Well, that I hit the double first, and then I came back and I tried to hit another one, and yeah, tanked.
Thank you, Andrew. So
Luke is going after that arm. Got it. How did he set that up?
I'm Cole, I'm sure you'll tell me to go back if I miss it, but if there's anything about this back take that I need to look at, and Nick, I'm sure you'll tell me not to go back, but that's not how we do it. So he's in like a
crucifix.
Yeah, not I mean, because he doesn't have that other arm pinned, but it's like.
Sorry, I was talking about Cole when you were talking about Cole, but yeah.
I got you.
You're on Luke. Yep.
Yeah, Luke, almost in like a mounted triangle, but with legs open, right? He's got the one arm in, one arm out. Arm extended, really not letting that go away. Andrew gives it Daniel gives it a tap. I do want to go back and look at this back take though, from Cole. Sorry, Nicholas. A good steady back take there, just like some constant pressure. Cole, you I don't know. I'm not good at these. I've seen them work before. You may be able to get Nick to roll here, but the way you're turning, if you continue to like pull your hands down towards your hips to like make Nick roll that way, like Nick's head is tucked, his hips are high, you may be able to complete a back take from there. I'm not against what you just did though. Like you've got your bottom knee in and your top leg coming over. Using that for some leverage. Very nice. Got the arm trapped. Oh, is that what it was, Nick? Because I remember you mentioned that you like reached for the leg at one point. Yeah, so you got the leg trapped already. The Friday night
Cole, you
special.
have a triangle here. I don't know. Does he finish here or?
Danny and Alex
Let's see.
going for a ride.
Looks like he might get the strangle. No? All right, can you go back maybe 20 seconds or so when he's in that position right there? Right there. It's perfect. And stop the frame. So Cole, if you're still watching, if you use you've got a hell of a setup right here, and you're in the midst of setting up a rear triangle. So you have Nick's arm, his right arm is trapped underneath your right leg here. If you just reach through with your left arm and grab your own shin, you can pull your shin, your right leg, up to the top of the body here and lock up a triangle and start finishing a rear triangle, or even attacking that top arm with like a really secure position.
So watching. Yeah, I was actually gonna say that, Cole. It's like, yeah, he's definitely still watching. Danny ends up with a seated guillotine on Alex there a second ago, just because we're right at it. Oh, okay. He just rolls him through. Zip ahead real quick. Oh yeah, what did Danny? Did Alex initiate this takedown? Oh no, Danny did off of this pseudo arm drag. Right, he doesn't get behind him. He's got this 2-on-1 grip, and then he just switches down to a blast double.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
I love that setup.
that was really nice. Went right through him.
No, I did not see that.
Yeah, dude, broke Whitaker's jaw. Like his front teeth right here were pushed back. Like it's either his teeth pushed out or his jaw cracked and the teeth went with it. Like it's gnarly.
Oh,
off of a rear naked strangle.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, Whitaker tapped like almost immediately, and then everybody was like, "Oh, that's why." So to the belly down, rear naked. Totally sucks.
So this is my second double that's gonna get stuffed soon. I was really happy, Andrew. You were really changing your level. You were giving me some, and that was not a bad shot at all. It actually came in really good. I do want you to start dropping your knees down a little bit more, right? You're bent over, but I think I'm just happy that you went for a double, right? Because I think that's step number one, right? Got it. Yeah, you want to drop that knee first.
Yeah, remember what Brooke was talking about with us after class set one day. Like this is a good time to practice that. And like your entry's simple, right? It's you throw Mike's hands up and you level change, but you're level changing with your hips, not with your knees, right? So yeah, that's why I think Mike and I pointing this out is important. Like this is what you want to change. It's that knee has to drop to the pane of glass between Mike's legs, break that. And then this little bit of space we see between Mike's hips and your shoulder, should go away, right? But now Mike has the time to sprawl and get back. And you're kind of wearing his weight there for a second, right? Not something you want to do. Also, like just a second ago, I was looking at this. Luke being really mindful of that knee elbow connection, trying to keep Daniel from getting his hook in. Fails at it, and as soon as he fails, he tries to hide the back and just work the elbow escape. Like he was. If I went back further, you'd see him really prioritizing that just before that, and then Daniel's able to crack through, and Luke has to hide the back, which not terrible. It's good that he could do that without having to stay belly down with Daniel on the back.
Yeah, Daniel's staying really heavy on that underhook side. Oh, Wafer, that was really nice of Luke to switch into that close guard. That really saved him.
Yeah. Solo and Janji, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly. We tell our students all the time, like, tucking your chin is not a way to prevent the rear naked strangle. And like, even so, I think I know Mike and I learned a long time ago off of like one of Danaher's instructionals, his early ones, that you can still do a mandible strangle, where like you don't even crack the jaw. You're not trying to break anyone's jawbone, but you can still strangle them even with that tucked chin, if everything is like aligned properly. Um, and we have found out before that works and is very true. So there's that double you went for, and Andrew with the step over.
I see exactly where I screwed up. So I should have. So I went for the single. I was going for a single, but see how he squared back up with me? When he squared back up, I reached and went for the outside or his right leg. And when I did that, he just completely just kept it going, and I lost all of my base because I couldn't use my left hand anymore. I basically got rid of it. But it was a pretty awesome reaction from Andrew to just jump straight on it.
Yeah.
See, I fell, like I go to a hip, I'm trying to correct and drive off of my left foot to correct here, and he's like nope, and he takes his right leg over top of me to keep my momentum going.
I'm curious if you didn't have that knee brace on, if you'd be able to hit a sweep single, or if that maybe puts a little too much friction on to cut your angle, because you don't really cut an angle there. It doesn't look like you were trying to per se.
Right.
But that, I mean, like cutting the angle on that would help, but it's not necessarily the single you were going for.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say like everything has to line up. You got to get that point of the elbow to like the tip of the chin. For me, that can be really hard sometimes. Like if I'm locked in on the legs and I don't want to give them any bit of wiggle room, but I have to like reach further around, or if they're big dudes, I can't get all the way around the shoulder, Then I just kind of rely on some meaner tactics, forearm under the nose, that kind of thing.
Luke with the armbar on Daniel.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So he drives him over.
Actually,
hang on. Oh, okay. Yeah, so he was in mount, and then I think Daniel tried to power up. Oh, he tried to like get into a turtle and give up his back.
That, or at least get Luke off balance, like with the bridge, and then maybe slip out the back.
So then Luke goes over into a 3/4 juji.
Ish. Yeah, pretty much.
Daniel going in for the leg attack.
And Nick trying to really hurt me here. I think I'm just surviving at this point. This is probably where a lot of the fatigue started to set in. Oh wait, is that? That's cold. That's
no, that's
that's
cold.
not me. That's not me. We look a lot alike.
You're about the same size.
Yeah, who am I with?
You're
I'm with Jackson. Yeah, I'm over there with Jackson. That rash guard looks like one that I have with the white stitching up the side. That's what I thought that. That and my legs are as big as Cole's.
I love how it bothers him so much.
I know. Look, man, it was an honest mistake. I thought you were me. I forgot where I was training.
Daniel and David. Then I think Alex and Danny are just going over some stuff from the last round.
Steven on a leg entrance to get Ben down. I think Ben may tap. No, okay.
No,
I'm
he did
surprised not. Steven just ran up and got away from that though.
That was a really good round between them. Then Daniel switching arms. David's got his left arm is bothering him.
Very courteous, Daniel.
Yeah. And smart of David, like he lets people know, you know, he's like, hey, maybe go on the other side, please.
Yeah, please do that all the time. David almost had an escape there. I mean, this is definitely a way I like to escape.
Me too.
I really, really look all the way down to the ankle. I think David's trying to get to the ankle here. I'm not going to assume he's going for the knee. It's pretty easy to go for the knee, but that's such a weak spot. I think Daniel's just got enough connection and force on here that it takes David's hand away from the target spot.
Yeah, he could reinforce it with his leg if he was able to switch his hips, to try and get his right leg over top. But I know that whizzer is coming down. Yep, yeah, take that leg back and then take the right leg over top of Daniel's left leg.
Yeah.
But that whizzer's pretty strong there, as we talked about before.
Don't say anything. Don't ask him what it is. I almost fell for it. Oh, I guess I got 2 rounds in with Jackson.
Same rash guard too.
Yeah.
It was just processing, Andrew. That was like, the spinning wheel of death from Mac, like the little colorful wheel. That was what's going on in my head right now.
Yeah, the little hourglass turning.
Yeah, there you go. No, yeah.
I was like, is that a beverage? Was that a snack? And then I almost said, "What's?"
Oh. Yeah, I played that through in my head about the same time that you said it. Like, okay.
It still made us laugh, Cole. Proud of you, bud.
Did Josh give you that one?
God. Jackson in on a heel hook on Cole or something. Danny coming over to help break Cole's leg. Daniel makes his way past David's guard. Oh, Kuple is on an excellent Darce in this round. Might be right here actually. That I was genuinely worried about. Like I got there and I'm like, my neck, this forearm is really starting to hurt.
Yeah, I see that.
And I couldn't address it the way I normally try to. Like I couldn't hand fight. And I didn't want to.
That was solid, dude. That was a really good Darce.
It was, man. I was super proud of him. He really sends it in and controls me. He knows where he wants to go. He knows like the position he's trying to get to. I was making it as difficult as I could for him. Right there, right on that little roll. I am almost completely screwed here. Like if Cooper rolled faster than me, and the only reason I don't think he did is like his head's in his way. But if Cooper beat me and got mount, I absolutely would have had to have tapped to that.
Yeah, it looked like his grip broke on that roll, right?
I think so. It had to have been that, because I will give him full credit. It was not me breaking that grip. What's up, Baker?
Joe.
When is your Iron Man, Joe?
Is it next week?
Yeah, I feel like it's next weekend. You better be careful, man.
Yeah.
I I'm genuinely worried because Iron Man scare me.
You swim first, right? In an
Yeah.
Ironman?
Yeah,
Yeah.
any triathlon you swim first.
Watch this. Just watch the first like little bit of it.
Wait, well, see, how did Andrew get to the ground? Just snap. Overtie snap. Where's the event at? I'm sure I could Google it, but I'm a little busy. Andrew reverses me. So trying to... Oh yeah, he just like throws me over there. Let me do this regular speed. Yeah, good scramble up to the take take top position. I catch this triangle unfortunately, but like that your defensive instincts there were in the, you know, they were moving in the right direction, like this over back grip. A lot of times when guys try to sweep you this way, it's pretty easy to just step the leg out and like kickstand behind you and shut it down. I didn't do that this time for whatever reason. That's white belt shit that I should do. But Andrew like whips me back so quickly that I just couldn't address it. And then on the get up, I take advantage of it. But all right, what are we looking at, Cole?
Yeah, so I went for a sit out on my left side, his right side, and then I go for it on the other side, and he almost takes my back. Actually, I almost got the reversal. So I go for a sit out, then I go for a sit out here, and then I was like, okay, well, definitely can't stay here. And then I go for another sit out on this side.
Kind of back to where we started. There you go.
Yep.
Ah, okay.
Yep, and I continued the roll, and he just capitalized on that.
That's why, because you continued the roll instead of going
That's
back
right.
to turtle, he was able to
Yep.
to kind of roll with it.
That's right.
Okay,
And he caught the hook. He goes in for the back take.
that was nice, man. Plans to finish under 16. All right, PCB, lovely. Hope the water is nice and warm. It should be. That's Florida. Oh man, I can't. Triathlon is so
I drown.
well. It's just so far down the list of things I ever want to try to attempt. Like
Yeah. I would totally drown. That'd be. Is it 500 meter?
in a
Swim?
try? No,
Yeah.
it's in a real try. I can't remember. It might be like a mile swim or maybe not even a mile. I don't know. I'd have to look it back up. In the one little less than mini one I did, it was like a 500-meter swim. But that was just, I only did the swim. I didn't run. Running sucks. Yeah. I don't think you'll have to deal with too many sharks up in PCB. Ooh. I grew up swimming from time to time at New Smyrna Beach, which is, they say, the shark bite capital of the world. I don't know if there are official statistics on that, but yeah.
Eye poke.
Oh, me? Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, that off. I was so bummed of it. I mean, totally incidental from Andrew, but like, I committed so much to this double and like was able to stand
good.
back up.
Yeah.
And then yeah, somewhere I got poked in the eye.
You went for that inside trip with the right leg to dump, and it
Yeah.
looks like he stepped out of it, or
It was right here.
he steps right out of it.
Yeah, well, it looks like I dropped that right leg, which I should have just kept in my pocket.
Yeah.
But he's able to plant, and then yeah, just on the break, little
Yep.
eye poke. Doing okay. My vision's not as bad as Steven's now, so that's all I care about. Danny getting that foot caught. In danger. Nick loves this position. Got to use that other foot to try to free your leg. This foot stepping on this connection here can sometimes help. Although Nick's savvy about that, and he could still probably hit that sweep from there. Danny had a moment. He had a brief moment there to get out. As soon as he should have been feeling that leg was free and just whipped that leg right over top of the shin.
I had a guard pass on Cole. I think it's akin to like the Wiltsy buzzsaw. I don't know. I've been digging it a lot lately. I finally get his legs in a good position to where I kind of have his knees directed in almost the same direction, and I'm able to pummel my left arm into his hip pocket, and then from there, the guard pass comes pretty easy. Because I can just drive my left leg, because I'm in the headquarters position to start with. Mm-hmm. And then after I do that, I can put my hand on the mat for a nice base, and then I can just drive my knee across his other hip and hit basically a knee cut pass. But I think people are calling it buzzsaw. At least that's what Daniel was calling out. He was sitting up there at the top, and he was pointing out some openings for me.
Yeah, I never watched Wiltsey's buzzsaw passing stuff. I know he made it prominent. I assume it's something akin to like knee cutting. Oh, it was nothing helpful, Joe. All about how I'm too much of a wuss to do one. Ooh, good takedown from Nicholas.
Oh yeah.
Here, I was using the Katagatame to kind of get things under control, because Andrew's not going to let me finish that. He's probably not even going to let me get to that side, so I ended up using it to pass to his right side.
Going for the Darce?
Yeah, more as a distraction or control. Again, not something I expect Andrew to tolerate. He'll yank the elbow down, and I won't get it back up.
Can you go back before you pass into mount? So are you in Neon Belly here?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Kinda. Not really like driving too much into it, just posting up in that position. I mean, and Andrew's like turning his side, so I think right here I make an adjustment to get ready to step over.
All right, cool. Because I was gonna say something about how Andrew could handle that, but I could not recall whether you were in side control or Neon Belly or half guard.
Nick doing some good leg pummeling here.
Danny's got that butterfly hook in. That is the risk with... Well, Nick did a really good job there of keeping his base, which I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I'm curious how well, like again, to that back step on this like half guard style sweep. Mm-hmm. Curious how well Danny could actually follow that over if Nick just hit a really big back step. I mean, not that it matters because Nick has the Kimura, but
that's right. I missed that too on the first couple actually. I didn't see that until just now.
It would have been interesting to see where that goes if they had another minute.
Yeah.
And then I think I want to call out Ben. Okay, yeah, Ben survived. Yeah, Luke was on Ben's back here for a bit. Looks like Ben gave him a good fight. Double unders from Cole. Can he get the turn?
Dude, me and Ben went at it on this round too.
Really? I didn't get a train with him yesterday. By the time I had the opportunity to, I was so dead.
Yeah.
Luke looking to dig in on a leg here with Danny, trying to get him off balance. Pummeling to try to get both legs inside, but Danny's giving him some trouble.
Little cow catcher from you to put down David.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I accidentally poke him in the eye. He tells me right here, and I'm like, oh, no, yeah, no, take your time. Then I'm like, I don't want that takedown. I'm not going to take a takedown off of an eye poke. Ben with the shot, you with the sprawl.
Yep. It was a good shot.
That was. Ben's shots are great, man. Makes me jealous. I love that, like, off that finger lace. He's like, yeah, cool story. And then he's just in.
Yeah, and I was trying to decide on if I could break him down. So I was looking for a darce here, and I actually lock up like the Japanese necktie. And I think he wasn't feeling too good about it, so he starts to roll to his left, and I get the pin instead. You train with goggles.
yeah, exactly. We'll get the little swimmer goggles. We could cross train. Daniel has made his way to side control. Okay, not mount. Putting on some wrist lock pressure, it looks like here. Little reverse wrist lock. David ragdolling me with this skater roll. I knew this was coming too. Like, he set it up. Yeah. It was nice and slow and still unstoppable.
Yeah, but then you just roll back to the to your knees. I've actually, like, I mean, that's something. There's something to be said about kind of just understanding the way that the position is going and just accepting it so that you can capitalize on the momentum, right? We talk about that a little bit with some of the takedowns, and I think you just showed it there as just kind of like going with it. If you would have resisted that, then you end up on your back in an anaconda strangle, possibly, right? But by going with it, you have a fighting chance, and you're back where you started.
Yeah, and it's, you know, since we don't care about exposing the back to the mat in jiu-jitsu, it's like, you know, there are no points for that. So it's not as impressive or helpful as it is in wrestling, but it's still like, my pride hurts a little bit because I don't want someone to move me like that.
No.
But yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't know what I said, Cole or Mike said, that you could construe to been. Yeah, Daniel's huge smother on me from Daniel right now.
I know exactly what it is, Cole, but I'm not going to give you the satisfaction. Did I?
Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll deny that one. Being a moderator is cool. So David with a great takedown against me. Really digging on this single. I go to escape, chases me down and says, all right, enough of that. Yep. just picks me up and flings me down. Not even hard. Like, I don't hit the mat hard, but he was like, remember, I'm bigger than you?
Yeah.
I'm finna say it, bro. Say it with text to voice. Say it with some bits if you want. If you pay me, I'll let it go.
And then it'll make it to YouTube, right?
Probably. Yeah. I mean,
and then
I could always.
And then it won't.
I could.
Then it won't make it to YouTube.
Yeah, for real. There's a crater underneath where David put me down there. I'm gonna have to check the foundation. It's funny. most everybody in the room has done that to me, but they always put me down softly, so I don't mind. Maybe for you, bro. I know how to enunciate. Daniel looking for another wristy lucky. Yes. Smothering again, getting that arm extended. Quiet Riot, hello.
What's happening?
Haven't seen you in a minute, man. How you doing? Yeah, David, ending that round in a convincing fashion against me, getting around my guard. Ended on top.
You and Danny. Luke and David.
Cole, you don't like wrist locks? Danny tries to hit a couple on me in this round. He didn't have to. He hit me with plenty of other stuff that was effective and annoying. Dude, from now on, like, Danny is the singular person I'm going to perfect my duck unders with. Just right there. Like, that's all he does. He throws up that arm without snapping down, and I want to punish him for that. Right here, I was about to pick him up, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want my back to hurt tomorrow. And then Danny's like, yeah, I'm going to keep this position.
Yeah.
Often, I mean, lately when Danny gets to a mount, it's pretty tough to deal with. Not a place I should stick around and have fun. Luke over here with David spinning for the go behind, or I'm sorry, spinning for the armbar.
Danny going for that mounted triangle. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, this was a nice one.
Watching this.
I was trying to get my arms underneath his leg, but it just my left arm gets pinned in place, and I'm like, yeah, I'm caught. Nick and Daniel back at it again. Cole with Steven over there. How'd they get to the ground? Did Steven just sit? Yeah. I mean, it's I still feel like Bambi sometimes too, man. But yeah, always happy to help.
Modified mount by David. Going for that back take on Nick.
From Daniel.
Yeah, did I say
David?
Yeah, Daniel. Sorry, I said David. Sorry, I was watching David and Luke.
Yeah,
a second ago.
David actually looking for that deep. What is that?
Like
is that heavy
under.
Pass? Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven over here looking for possible leg entrance, it looks like. Danny killing me more. Actually, how do we get down again? Because he got that triangle. Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah, he hit like basically the same position on me. And I'm like, okay, fine.
He hits that a lot. Yeah, he does that quite a lot.
Yeah.
Really nice Uchimata. I totally missed that from Daniel. I'm glad you went back.
Oh yeah, from like a kneeling position.
Yeah, arm over the head.
And then big step over for the finish.
Yep.
Nick, how you let that happen, bud?
Now he's side on. Doesn't have the back necessarily. Doesn't have a mount necessarily. I don't even know what to call that actually.
What Daniel has?
Yeah, he's like perpendicular.
Yeah, he's like trying to be the big spoon right now, but Nick won't let him. The eternal battle. Who gets to be big spoon? Perp card. Cole, how soon after you tried to get us to say Matter Daddy did you tell Ben that you tried to get us to say Matter Daddy? And it was so funny.
It was probably a watch this.
Yeah. What did Daniel finish
Luke,
there?
oh,
So
I think it's
straight arm, yeah.
Yep, straight arm there. Luke, I don't know what he did to like nullify the whizzer from David, but it just kind of goes over. David comes up with the whizzer, but I don't think he just doesn't have a good bite on it. His arm is behind his back.
Yeah,
Very,
and
not
I
very
think
strong here.
I think what's going on here is David's own head is below his own shoulder. That's the sign of an ineffective whizzer, right? You need to have your shoulder lower than your head if you're the one putting the whizzer on. This, you're just leaving your own arm behind. There's no power in this position at all. And I think that's why David lets it go, right? I don't do cardio, Cole. I do jiu-jitsu. Maybe if you did less cardio and more squats, I wouldn't have confused us earlier. What did Danny get there? Oh yeah, he darsed me.
Darce, yeah, from a false reap.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I was in. No, I had a full figure four cross ashi.
Yeah.
And he was doing very, very good at like shutting down my off balancing attempts. And every time I'd get him to move, he would just kind of adjust the darce a little bit deeper. And I couldn't get my power leg underneath me to get him rolling and turning. And at this stage, even if I could, I don't think it would have helped. He had worked that darce in so deeply.
Yeah, Luke does that as well. Does the same. Same strategy.
Luke just about got the turn on this armbar. Yeah, that was a really good darce from Danny. He had my number that round. All right, worst round from two black belts
So bad.
ever captured on video.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna try and body lock pass. And then you went sideways, and I'm like, I don't know what to do right now.
Cooper and Danny will be a more fun match to watch. And then, like, even though we're so sloppy tired, we just decide to stand up.
Yeah, for the rest of the
for
time.
Like the rest of the rounds. Like, what the hell are we doing? All right, Ben and Cole. All right, good switch from Cooper there. I could see him thinking through this position, which is fine. Fine for now. I'd rather him think through it now than in a competition.
Danny's using the lockdown in order to give himself room.
Yeah. So what he does here, like Cooper was great. He's got body triangle, even a little mandible strangle action. Must feel like it's not working. So he goes to take mount, but then stops on his way through and just says, I'll just keep the Katagatame instead.
I like
But
that.
yeah, gotta step this leg out quicker than that. Danny with actually kind of a reverse lockdown. Or no, a proper lockdown. I'm getting my legs mixed up. Yeah, we stand and do nothing for 3 minutes.
Yep.
Cooper staying on the
I
position.
like that. Yeah, he's got his legs crossed though.
Yeah. Oh, looks like
Danny
Danny
got-
gets a tap. Daniel over there working north-south with Luke. Like you're too tired to finish this like extremely deep single you have on me.
Yeah, I did, and I was like, nah, no, I don't feel like it.
Yeah, exactly, espionage. Danny again stymieing this Katagatame with the lockdown. What's Ben doing over there? Ben's on top. Smothering it mount. And Luke trying to make his way back up to either standing or now trying to roll towards a guard position. I'm trying to dig out of that so hard. You're looking for the cutback single and I'm just jumping through.
Yep. No, it was really good because I was happy I at least was able to get you on your side a little bit, because I was like, I think I could finish from here. But that grip that you had, like that 100%er grip or whatever you call it, like the over the top.
Let's see if I can get a good view.
Right there. I mean, the reason why I went over so hard was because of that.
Yeah. That
one.
grip.
Yep. That saved the whole thing. And then by the time we started chasing up, I was like, yeah, that's not going to end well for me.
My posture is like terrible. Trying to be tired. I'm not trying to be tired of my 40s. I got time.
No.
No one dropping left. Yeah, all like masters or directors, Naga, they all just sit to guard. Like, I ain't shooting. Yeah, I kind of worry about that, man. I'd like to still be able to wrestle as I get older, even though I'm not even that good at it.
Shit, I'm just learning.
Yeah,
I'm just learning how to wrestle.
that's the thing.
wanna
If we
keep
learned
going.
years ago, we probably wouldn't do any of it right now because we'd be too tired.
Yep. I felt pretty
Tired
good
and
about
broken.
that entrance, but I didn't think that I could finish it. That was a lot of it. Was we would come around and we would find stuff. It almost felt like a very flowy type of a roll,
Yeah,
because
for
we would
sure.
we would each find stuff, but then I couldn't figure out how exactly to finish it on you.
I could tell you were letting go of a lot of stuff just for whatever reason.
I
which
wasn't-
I was fine with.
It wasn't letting go. It was literally just not feeling comfortable going any further. Like I was like, I have no grip anymore.
This was interesting to me because what I'm doing here is I'm really trying to drive my shoulder down into your Achilles to keep you from limp legging out of this. And it was tough because you locked yourself in that position with your grip over my hips and like your body weight distributed backwards. So I knew that your leg wasn't going to come out, but I couldn't get you to get off of my hips to allow me to like work up
Come
to a
around.
position where I could finish this. And with my head to the outside, my right shoulder is what's holding you down, so I can't reach up behind the waist like you'll see a lot of wrestlers do and then start to chase this down to like a double from the back or something like that. So I was in this weird stalemated position where I couldn't comfortably let go of what I had to take advantage of it.
I knew that the only chance I felt like you had was exactly what you just said, which was to extract your right arm from my leg, because you were putting. I mean, that was the worst. Was I physically couldn't. I just couldn't get my leg out at all.
Yeah.
But I knew that you had to go for that around the back grip in order to do it. And as soon as you did it, I was going to be able to knee cut through and then come around to the front headlock.
Yeah. Rolling over the left shoulder.
Oh, for you.
Yeah.
Kind of like a.
A modified Peterson. I don't know what a Peterson
I've never heard that.
but,
I think of it as kind of like a Granby roll over the left shoulder, kind of like posting up on his feet and then trying to dive over the left.
This
do you mean?
appendage, I think, would shut down just about anything I could do. Like Mike's gonna base out. So if you're thinking roll and like really turn him, I don't think I'd be able to do much more than to just get his right arm to the mat. That might give me some wiggle room in the hips to like make something work. But I don't know, Nick. That's a good point.
We should try it.
Yeah,
we should play with it.
That would be interesting, because like you can get to this position pretty easily. We probably don't see it a lot at the school because not everybody's trying to wrestle all the time. But you shoot a low single, you cut an angle, someone tries to limp leg out, their knee touches the ground. This is how you get there. It's not uncommon in wrestling. Yeah, I want to know what you mean, Nick.
Yeah, let's look
when you
at
say
it. If you're there
modified
tomorrow.
Peterson.
Yeah. And that was it for me.
Yeah, me too. I told Ben, I was like, I'm good, man. You go talk to one of them big boys. Oh, and before we get too far, we had Luke here with a Kimura at the end. Kind of this floating position, catches Daniel on the roll up. So yeah, one thing Daniel is very excellent at is he stays moving. Like he doesn't accept being put to his back. But
Yep.
that's a case where it kind of bit him. Like as he turned up to get off his back, kind of switch his hips, maybe get to a more powerful position. Luke was able to catch him in that transition. I think that's the only reason he was caught there in that Kimura.
So we got Danny and David. We've got Ben and Cooper. Cooper with the high ball ride. Danny is looking for an armbar, it looks like. From a really interesting.
Yeah, he
Okay.
doesn't have David under any real control there.
Looks like he was just toying with it.
Coop putting that body triangle on everybody.
Yeah, as he should.
Oh, stepping over for the armbar. Been catching the
Hell
leg
yeah.
though.
Yeah, that was good, Coop. I'm glad you're seeing that. Did he set it up from the control
tape?
arm? Yeah, and the control arm down. Yep, he
Yeah.
did. Sure did. Yeah, so Coop's doing a really good job here. He extracts his right arm. So he's got his right arm's the strangle arm, his left arm is the control arm. He keeps the control arm and he takes his strangle arm over top.
Hell yeah.
That was really good. That way he can hike a cross face leg, his right leg over top of Ben's head, and start getting Ben back to the mat.
It's funny, man. When I was rolling with Coop earlier that day, like I was thinking, like, genuinely excited with where he's at in his jiu-jitsu right now, because he, we saw him. That was a good leg scissor finish from Ben there. But like we saw him, come up through the years, going from like the kid who, I don't know if at certain ages you always wonder if a kid wants to be there or if his parents are just have him there or whatever. And then like one day a switch flipped and he was like relentlessly attacking. And then after that, it was like things start to get put together and all the pieces fall into place. And he's doing like these cohesive, moves just back to back to back. And then like start looking for leg entrances, like all this stuff. He's snapping into like at such a young age. So I'm excited to watch him continue to progress.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's soaking it all up too.
Yeah, even being
In with the Darce.
the lightest guy in the room, which makes me happy. David, what did David do over there?
Drop down for the single leg.
Yeah, off of a
hang on.
Russian tie. He was in Danny's Russian tie. Let's see if I can catch it. It's like Danny's got this kind of, again, it's that fake arm drag, like not a full arm drag, 2-on-1. So not quite a Russian tie. But then David steps in for this inside trip. I didn't see that at first.
That Kouchi, yeah.
That's an Ouchi. That's a deep one.
Ouchi-gari?
Yeah. That was really nice.
Nice.
I like that distraction of the leg. Because you're not gonna lower your level on that. You're not gonna try to take a shot or knee pick or something, right? That was a cool combination. Big old gift wrap for Ben.
Yeah.
Getting Cooper turned over. Almost a full 360. Coop looking good. Trying to work the makings of an elbow escape. I want to see him turning to his side, though. There it is. There's the beginning. Well, getting there. All right. Yeah. He's looking. That was an elbow escape. That was more of a Coach Bertram style hip push into the leg entrance.
Mm-hmm. And what happened with Danny?
He gets
a butterfly sweep.
Looks like it. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And Coop in with that heel hook. That was nice.
Finishing the round strong. Looking for that Darce for the pass. All right.
David and Ben. Last round of the night.
I think Ben was feeling pretty tired by this point, but I heard him after class saying he had like a good training night. Like he didn't catch whatever tired bug we had.
Yeah.
So settling in here from top half guard, getting David flattened out to the mat. Bad spot for David to be in. This is where you start looking for knee levers, right? Popping the knees out in this direction, it would get Ben to base out with his right hand, allowing this hand to come inside to frame in front of the neck rather than behind the neck.
Really nice setup for the pass. That was good.
You got to be so careful though. Like David pulls he pulls that arm over the head, but that just leaves your elbow in a very vulnerable position. Oh, shoulder, that's right.
Yep, bad shoulder on that side. So he switched.
I mean, all the more reason to utilize that knee lever.
Yeah. David's doing a good job turning, trying to get his elbow down to the mat. Ben now has his head super low here.
That's nice.
And yeah, he's getting it into a really good spot.
Yeah, Ben's Katagatames are no fun.
Mm-hmm.
David's going to try his best to keep him from hopping to the right, I imagine. Failing that, Ben could, it looks like he could try to knee cut and then take the back or something, but looks like he's in pretty clear territory for the sub.
Yep.
Leg step in action.
Yep. A little Ruotolo passing. to headquarters. David in on the leg. Yeah.
Trying to wrestle up. Good shoulder control from Bin, though, to keep that from progressing.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's just doing an armpit push to keep him down. Yep, it looks like he is. He's got a V grip in the armpit. David trying to go in for that deep half. Oh, I love that leg. That leg. But left the leg behind for the toe hold.
Yeah, man, this is nice. I like it from both of them. So David's.
Yeah.
I can't say we see David entering legs too much, so this is rad.
No, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's and for this one, it's either. I mean, I don't know. What would you? Because you like to swing that leg over.
I do.
But like with that leg being under attack.
Yeah. So.
Go ahead.
So I don't like going with the reaping leg, the right leg. I don't like that one coming into a full reap if I have my left leg out onto the outside of the body. I prefer to do this if I have my left leg tucked.
So you would establish a butterfly here first.
Beforehand.
Okay.
That's correct. Yes. The only, like, when I do come over the top for these, I would switch the legs. I would actually come over the top with my left leg and drive to the backside, like basically try and connect the left heel to Bin's butt, and then collapse down and take Bin backwards. That's the way I prefer to enter into that position.
Great awareness from Bin to attack that toe hold. Good footwork from Ben. That was really nice.
Very nice. Yep. Good control of the legs. David trying to come up, but Ben had a really good handle on the almost like that cow catcher-esque type grip, a deep underhook.
Yeah. David not out of the fight yet, though.
No.
I want to be real careful with his arm placement. Don't want him going between the legs. He's going to try to sit Ben to the back, I bet. But yeah, Ben gets that leg free.
Ben's got that 10-finger guillotine. That's strong.
Yeah, it's visible.
Nice guard work from David.
This is when he needed the most.
There. Yeah, absolutely. Late in the rounds.
Yeah, when you're tired, like we all were. Yeah.
Wow. That was a good night.
Good
not
footage.
For me, not for you, but for everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, so there were some really, really cool tidbits in there. I liked David's that deep inside trip off of that 2-on-1 grip that Danny had on him. We'll have to give that a look. And then yeah, whatever the hell Nick was talking about, modified Peterson.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. All right, good stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really, really appreciate it, as always. Great chat tonight. Coming up fast, less than a month, Naga, November 23rd in Hickory. So we just saw Ben looking pretty sharp, wanting to get him as ready as he could be. And then anybody else as well. Oh, dude, I think about it every day. starting some acai. Unfortunately, my levels are at a healthy level, so I can't, or I won't. But yeah, that would be fun one day, just to, like, when I'm old and decrepit, get on a cycle and then, like, go compete.
Just blast and get on the mats.
Put me in the adult division.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I imagine it will be in my future, given the stress I put my body through with this stupid sport. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Hit the follow button if you like what you're seeing. Hit the subscribe button if you like what you're seeing as well. It's the best way to support the chat. And you can do it with your Twitch Prime if you have an Amazon Prime account. So no extra cost to you. Thank you, Espionage. Always appreciate you coming and chatting with us, man. We'll see you again soon. Subscribe at YouTube as well. We'll put this up for you guys to watch and review all the sweet moves you guys pulled off tonight. Those sick back takes and takedowns and everything. You got anything, man?
No, nah, you covered it.
All right, cool. Well, go trim your nails, and do your laundry, and don't be stinky. And we will see you guys back on the mats. Take it easy.
Later.